Well, as you can see, I have my 2005, this is an E320 station wagon, and I've got it up on the lift, and I always bring them in and I change all the fluids. So I had got the, walk over here, I've got all the transmission parts here, and so I drained it. So I thought maybe I'd give you a quick view of what this, we'll go over here to the parts changer first. This thing is in a horrible shape. I'll give you a quick look here. This is what I found in the bottom of the transmission. Just nasty, 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 nasty. Almost looks like it had water in it, but there's chunks in here. Can you see that? Okay, nasty. So let's walk over here and we'll go underneath. And this is kind of what, I had to get a light here. See if you can see that. I'll try to see. This is all like it's rusted inside the transmission. So yeah, this is in really, really bad shape. So I guess something to think about when you go to buy a used car. The body on this one is in great shape, all except the gimped up door. I have to talk about the messed up door later. That was strictly my fault. But something to think about. The person that I bought this car from told me that it had diesel fuel in it, which was totally not true. It actually runs really good. I'm going to drain the oil out of it. But that transmission is a definite problem. It still goes in gear, kind of, but I got my drain tank here, and you can see I couldn't even get I got about 3 liters out of it. I got this marked off in quarts, but head mechanic, I got about 3 liters out of it, but definitely got some problems. Well, I've got the plate out here on the bench, and we'll see if we can look at some of this. Kind of come in on this, you can kind of see it's just got all this nasty. Looks like it's laying on top of the plate. You can kind of see here, I don't want to knock any, but the only thing that can be is like banding material. You kind of see it's in every little crevice. Some surface rust on these plates. Okay, so we'll get a light here and we'll go over and we'll look in the transmission. It's really not looking too bad here. This fluid, it really isn't looking too bad. So I've kind of looked up in here, kind of put my hand up in here, and none of that gritty stuff is up in here. It's laying on the flat surfaces of the plate. So what that's kind of telling me is the filter did its job and kept it out of there. So what I'm going to try here is cleaning up this plate a little bit. I'm going to try to keep it out of the hole. Let me get it clean as best I can. Maybe remove the conductor plate. And with any luck, we can clean it up. If the transmission's got problems, all the damage has been done, but it looks like it, but it's not up in the transmission. So like I said, I think the filter's been doing its job. So let me get the camera repositioned and I'll show you how I'm going to clean this up. Okay, so at this point, I'm not really sure how much I've got to lose. I'm going to try this part. I can just clean up in the parts cleaner. I'm going to try to keep it out of the holes as much as I can, these little tiny holes, and then maybe try to blow them out later. I figure if the transmission is, all this is up inside of the transmission, I mean, the damage is already done. probably odds are better than average. We're looking at a whole transmission rebuild. So I'll be doing that in future videos. It's actually cleaning up pretty good. It appears that maybe we'll fast forward through some of this because this is kind of boring. I'm going to do this, and then it's cleaning up pretty nice. Actually, I can clean that up. Okay, so what I'm doing is trying to get out. I got it all cleaned out of the parts cleaner, and I've got my handy dandy little thing I did when I take the ejectors out. I made this up so I could put them in, so it's going to work for this too. You gotta know when you take these plates off, you haven't done it before, there's a little clip over here on the side, and you just kind of gently, because it's all just plastic. So I can get this back here in the camera shot. There we go. All right, and that's my plate. Yeah, it's pretty nasty all around it. I'll take that over and clean it up just a little bit more. Yeah, this is, look at this. This is a bloody mess. Whew. Not good. You're not supposed to have all this stuff all over the plate. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Well, I got this pretty well cleaned up, and it's looking a whole lot better. I got a few nasty places just right in some of these corners. But by and large, I'm pretty happy with the way this cleaned up. These surfaces, I just need to take something and very gently just clean them up. But actually, it's depending on how bad it looked before, saying how bad it looked, I mean, everything, all these valves, I mean, they tend to move in and out real nice. They're not all sludged up. I'll clean them up a little bit more, but I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. Only thing I did when I was cleaning it up, I got one little spring here, this little fella right here. I'm not exactly sure where he goes. I know it was in over here somewhere, but I've got an overhaul manual for a 722.6 that I got on Amazon. But I'm actually pretty happy the way everything cleaned up here. It's actually looking pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to get it all covered up for the evening, and we'll continue with it maybe tomorrow. Thanks.